we got a little bit of a while to chop it up with none other. You know, the first time I met this brother, I had heard a lot about him, but we ended up bumping into each other in person, Lelu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fresh. I'm fresh. I'm fresh off the plane, I can say.
Yeah.
And I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Dictator. It was at Carfax. Snaz, can you hear me? I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Your audio, your speaker needs to go up. I can't hear you. I can't hear a thing, man. Or maybe put some headphones on so that we can get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lelu,
Yeah.
Snaz, try to get some headphones on your or turn your mic on. Something's happening there. But yeah, while we get that right.
Yeah, you know technology.
Huh?
You know technology.
I work with technology on a daily basis. Sometimes you just gotta know.
Yeah.
I think it's more troubleshooting than anything. I'm not an expert at devices,
Mm-hmm.
but I know how to get networks connected.
Ah.
Oh, I just heard you. I just heard something there. Yeah, what up,
Can you hear
man?
me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Turn
cool.
your turn your
I,
mic up. Turn your mic up some though. Turn your mic up some. Your mic's a bit
uh,
low, brother.
I don't know. Okay, I'll just get as close as I can. I don't know. Can you hear
All
me
right,
though?
got you. I can hear you, brother. I can hear you loud and clear. I was
I think
saying, I
Carfax.
was saying, I was saying to the listeners, I think it was Carfax because it was one of those nights which is supposed to be a casual night that ended up with those ciphers that turn into battles outside.
Yeah,
And
Carfax. Yo, Carfax used to have those shows whereby we would get bored and be like, "Yo, let's go pass the joint outside. All right, you get the 40s. I got the weed. Let's go. Let's go. Who's on the beatbox? Nah, you can't beatbox. Let's get that dude. That dude's there." And we would go outside, and pretty soon, I think I remember the owner came and was like, "What's going on over here? There's
he
a
thought
crowd of people.
he thought there was a
Girl,
fight. He thought there was a
yeah,
fight outside.
yeah." Like, guys, do you mind? You're stealing my audience. How you doing,
Oh
man?
man, I'm great, brother. It's so good to see you, man. It's been some years, but I know that
Yeah,
regardless of how much time lapses, we are all connected and interconnected by this beautiful culture called hip hop, man.
and
Um,
the internet.
oh yeah, that too. Snaz, where did it all begin for you, brother? Give us the lowdown on where it started for Snaz D.
Yo, I don't want to sound cliche or nothing, right? But it was Le Club, right?
Right?
And the club is where Bobito came from New York, and he had Mr. Len from Jean Grey, and Jean Grey, Mr. Len from Company Flow was the DJ. You know
Damn.
what I mean? Yeah, and C Live and Blaze and Bionic
And Bionic.
is, dude, these cats are like acting like they don't know who Mr. Len is or Jean
Ah,
Grey. They
oh
just all
man.
over Papito. And I'm like, you don't understand. Jean Grey is one of the illest female MCs ever. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
man.
while I was all on I was on the tip,
Right.
like gassed up. I'm going on stage. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from New York, you're not gonna believe who's here. My man X amount from Cashless Society taps me on the shoulder and he's like, dude, give Bobito our motherfucking demo. What the hell's wrong with you? So sorry,
Easy.
I don't mean to cuss. Sorry.
Easy. Easy.
Is it okay? I'm sorry.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
Nah. It's
Um,
cool. It's cool.
X
Just be
amount
careful.
X amount gave me the Cashless Society demo, and then I gave it to Bobito. Bobito, it was the song Blaze the Brakes,
Right.
right? And Bobito emailed us that he had listened to the tape on the plane back to New York. You know, like when you're on a long distance flight like that, it's like 17 hours. You know what I mean?
So you
There,
just put
there's
your headphones on and that's it.
He put on the joint and listened to Cassius Society and blazed the brakes. He was blown away. When he got to New York, he immediately decided to sign us. And we got signed to not Fat Beats, what's this, Fondulum Records for the
What?
Blaze the Brakes. Yeah, he put out a vinyl. The vinyl was put out under Fat Beats in New York, and
Yeah.
we didn't know, but our vinyl was hitting the boroughs in New York in 1999. Dude,
Whoa.
we received a royalty check from Bobito like a year later, and we were like, oh shit, we hit New York, yo. So you know what I mean? That's professionally how it started, whereby,
Right.
I got into the industry. Before that, I was just a bystander standing outside YFM trying to get the DJs to bump my ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
really opened the door.
Eh,
After that, you know what I mean? We did the Hot and Tot Hop video in Botswana. And yeah, the rest is history, man.
So when cashless was doing this thing, what was I mean, there was quite a lot of you in the group, number one. And so everybody had a different style. It's like another type of Wu-Tang vibe. Everybody had their own thing going. What
Yeah.
what kept you guys so fresh, and how were you guys received as a big group? Because at the time, big groups weren't always received well, because they always knew that it's either these guys are gonna bring a lot of drama or they're gonna bring a lot of the same. But when you
You
guys
know
came
what?
with it, yeah,
these these cats, number one, the industry did not see us coming because of two reasons. The one reason is Drastic. Drastic is the most underrated, underestimated individual, because that dude, he's been to LA and he has a lot of contacts out there. And not only that, he has experience in radio land. You know what I'm saying? He
yes,
knows
sir,
the mechanics. He knows how it works. He knows, the how can I say, the inner workings of the industry in
yes,
terms of
sir,
blowing up a record. He knows what to do. That experience is vital. Number two, what a lot of people don't know, my brother, is that Drastic was from Botswana.
yes,
Salim Fat Free was from Botswana. X Amount was from Canada,
mm,
aka Malawi, aka South Africa, aka New York. X Amount had been going back and forth from New York to Canada before he came to South Africa in 1996. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And who's this? Criminal had been from Malawi to Bruma, slanging weed on the street daily, holding it down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then I was, Cape Flats, Johannesburg. I'm all over. You know what I mean? I'd been to Germany before that, and the other member. What's this nigga name? God damn, I forgot his name. My man's Black Intellect
yes,
had been from LA, but was originally from Sierra Leone. You understand? And what I'm really trying to say here is that the group had ties in Africa, not in South Africa, in Africa. And that is why I say that they never saw us coming, because we had Drastic from the West. We had Sierra Leone in the house. We had Malawi in the house. We had Botswana in the house. We had SA in the house. You know what I mean?
amen,
And
amen.
we were aiming for the stars. You know what I mean? We were trying to I was trying to impress Nas. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying? I was trying
sure,
to impress Wu Tang and that. And X Amount came to me and he was like, Dude, Nas is your age. You know what I'm saying? Nas is the same age as you. He's a head like you. He's voice like you. There's bigger fish to fry, Snaz. There are bigger fish to fry. There are
Whoa.
politicians out here getting away with murder. There are issues in the black community, locally and globally, that haven't been touched on because it's not radio friendly. You know what I
Right.
mean? There is the question of our legacy as Africans that has never been touched on. And that's how the concept of Hottentot Hop came about. You know what I mean? We wanted to bring to the forefront who we are as Africans and hip hop heads and bridge the thing together. You know what I'm saying?
Man, man, that is dope. Snaz, what is it that through this process of discovery and also this journey with this crew, you know, you guys are traveling places, you guys are meeting brand new people all the time, making music with a lot of people. I mean, we
Yeah,
met through music. We became friends afterwards, but I mean, we met through what we love. And our
yeah,
meeting, myself and yourself, was so organic because, like I said, it was literally a cipher. Like we bumped into each other at a cipher, and then I was like, "Oh, that's Snaz," because I had heard about you, but I'd never seen you. So,
right.
and then, um, what what has hip hop done for you, spiritually, and also as a legacy? Because we talk now and we're reminiscing about your journey, but what has it done for you spiritually and for your legacy as well?
I think the most important thing it's done is that, hey, you have to excuse me. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here, man. What is done for me, most importantly, spiritual wise, is that it's reminded me that I'm not alone. Do you know what I mean? I
Yes, sir.
think that a lot of hip hop heads face depression.
Mm,
There's a sense of loneliness, a sense of abandonment. We take it out, our frustrations out on the media. You know, we go online and we post, Lil Durk is whack as fuck. You know what I mean? This cat, oh, sorry, shit. This artist is whack. This guy is too commercial. This one, And a lot of people say that, uh, real hip hop heads are haters. You know what I
yeah,
mean? There's a lot
yeah,
of sites on Twitter, on Instagram, where groups of real heads get together. You know what I'm saying? And sort of discuss how whack the world is. You know what I
man.
mean? And it's very depressing. And what I realized is that hip hop fundamentally was created as a voice for the unheard to reach the outer world. If you think back to Public Enemy, when Public Enemy came out, there was Big Daddy Kane, there was Cool Herc, there was all these commercial acts, right? And
Right,
Public Enemy sort of reminded them, and it reminded the white collar buying market that there's a voice of people who are all struggling. There's a level of poverty in the ghetto that is not being broadcasted on TV or radio, and hip hop was supposed to be that voice. But now you
right.
got these commercial acts using the platform to say how fly they are. You know what I mean? Sure, your McLaren is dope because you're in the hood. You're driving around. I'm a Scoro with the Mercedes Benz. Of course, you're gonna look fly. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
now the impact of hip hop as a platform is really underestimated and undermined by a lot of industry types who
sure.
who's, who want to make a lot of money off it, and that's natural. That's to be expected. It's a big mainstream medium, right? But I think what people are forgetting is that hip hop also has the power to heal. It has the power to
Mm,
it has the
mm.
power to unite people. If you think back, my brother, remember the Sprite MC Africa. Besides
Yes,
the fact that, okay, I want that title. Besides that, it was just huge that MCs the best MCs from every country in Africa that they went to, from Nigeria, Angola, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Uganda, the best MCs came here, and then those fan bases of those rappers in their particular countries discovered me, and tapped into the cashless, and then my people linked on to Mode 9 from Nigeria, you know what I mean? People that they'd never known before. What I'm trying to say here is that hip hop bridged a huge gap, you know what I'm saying? And I think, like, in a lot of ways, hip hop in Africa is like hip hop in the States. If you go to LA, you will find that people in LA only listen to LA rappers. They don't listen
Right,
to New York. They don't listen to Fresno. They don't listen to Oakland, or they listen to their particular hood people. And
right,
that maybe can be likened to us maybe only listening to Black Coffee as South
right,
African people,
right,
and
right,
then
right,
not knowing that maybe there is a DJ Fresh in Botswana who is equally as influential in his own country.
oh
And you
man,
see, and this is the beauty of it. So hip hop connects all of us, sort of. I mean to say, dude, we ahead of our time. We
right.
had an internet before there was internet. You know what I'm saying?
I
We
like
had a
that.
way to broadcast to the States, to Europe, before, all these things came along. And now that these things have come along, we've got the perfect medium. You know what I mean? Uncensored
So
and all that.
so taking cue from that answer. Um Hip hop is a great connector, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that as a tool it's still being used in to its full potential as a connector, or maybe is it disconnecting certain areas? What are your thoughts in that area as far as the traction and the and how much it's sticking to where it's supposed to be?
I think everything is going according to plan, man. Like, if you think about it, when we was coming up as heads, we had dreams of creating a music form that would overtake all other music forms, right? And
Right,
also show the world that, in the different genres of music, classical, country, folk, rock, heavy metal, all these different genres of music, that they ain't ish compared to us. You know what I mean?
right,
Our
right,
our goal, our goal as rappers, as producers, as DJs was to push hip hop to the forefront of everything and basically just take over. And if you look at how it's gone, you know, it's not quite what we expected. It's almost like God was telling us, "Okay, heads, be careful what you wish for. Here you go. Here you
I,
go."
I
And
love this. I love this
you know
answer
what I mean?
because he didn't answer our generation with it. He answered the question in the following generation, the one that we
Yes,
kept saying. I
yes, yes.
love it.
I
I love
mean,
it.
dude, I'm driving my nephew to school, right? And I'm trying to play him Wu Tang and MF Doom, and he's moping, looking out the window. And I'm like, okay, okay,
It's
okay,
it's
okay, fine. And
it's
I played
torture.
pretty ugly. I played pretty
It's
ugly. And his 7-year-old ass goes, okay, cool. And I'm like, ah.
eh, and it's a testament. It's a testament, Snaz, to the evolving times, but that nothing really changes because we used to mope when they used to play Africa Bambaataa. I didn't want to hear Stetasonic, like that was nah,
Yeah,
man. I wanted to hear Onyx, you know.
yeah.
I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to
I
hear that.
still do.
I
I
still
still do.
I,
Yeah. Yo,
So Lil Man is not wrong for having taste, you know. His taste is
yeah.
his, and as you say, everything is going according to plan. What do you think are some of the highlights in your journey with hip hop that you can point out? Maybe one or two things that have stuck out and always stuck with you. Whether it's something you personally experienced or something that happened or a moment in hip hop that you can actually mention and say this was a defining moment for you where it made you think or do otherwise. You know, there's a call to action of some kind.
Right. I think, dude, it was definitely like there's been a few, but I think one of the real highlights was meeting Black Thought. Uh,
Mm.
dude, I met Black Thought in Mitchell's Plain, Cape Town. The most
Wow.
unexpected place. It was Black August, and he was posted up against the wall, and he was just so serious. We had drinks in our hand. We were partying. We had just like killed the show. Jerry the Damager was walking around. You know what I mean? Bahamadia, Dead Prez was there in the crowd. We
What?
was all excited. And this dude is just mad. He was just like, and I
Tariq.
approached him and I was like, yo, Thought, what the deal? You know, my name is Snazz the Dictator. Boom, boom, boom. And he was like, I. And I was like, "What?" You know what I mean? But it's just the thought, you know, Black Thought, R.I.P. Another highlight, I think, for me was taking, well, not taking, being taken to London with audiovisual and meeting Immortal Technique. Not only
Oh,
meeting him, we opened for Immortal Technique in London,
damn.
and oh my God, I don't know how to tell you this. Dude, never open for Immortal Technique. If you value your career, yo,
is it
dude,
is it is
I,
it one
I
of those
said,
is it one of those bad mistakes that you can only make once?
it's not really a mistake because up until today, nobody remembers us. No one has the faintest idea who these guys were, what they were thinking about, what they were going on about. Ben Sharper, who, you know, we were on
Ah,
stage and we
rest in
gave it
peace,
everything
Captain,
we got.
man.
We gave it, dude, Captain's beats over those speakers was mind blowing, right? We had like an intro that was like from Stereotype. You remember Stereotype with
Yeah,
Human, RIP?
yeah.
That was like our intro, you know, before we come on stage. Boom, clink, clank, boom, clink, clank. You know, that came through as we walking
Uh
on stage, right? Dude, I promise you, Immortal Technique came through with a God. Oh my God, I don't know how to say this without cussing. He did an acapella, yo. He did a 16-bar acapella, no beats. On the 18th line, the DJ went suku suku. And he went going,
damn.
he kept going with his acapella. And then he named the countries whose people was in the crowd in
Oh
the rhyme.
no.
He started saying
Oh
shit like,
no.
there's no way that you'll be burning me when I'm performing for my peeps from Germany. And the peeps from Germany, the people from Germany in the crowd went, whoa! And then he said Czechoslovakia, and he rhymed it with vodka. And then he said London, and he had the place jumping. And then he said France. He said you
Uh,
don't have a chance. And then he went to England. And then he went this way, that way, this. My man, when the beat finally started, oh my God, oh my God. Yo, I forgot who audiovisual was. I was in the crowd like, oh, yo, Immortal
my man.
was the ish, you know. I met him backstage and I gave him a pile of CDs. I was like, this is cashless, this is audiovisual, this is groundwork. And he was like, yeah, okay, oh, okay. You know, it was cool. that was dope highlight as well. I'm just trying to think. I did an advert for CNN. That wasn't like a highlight. That was just like Ted Turner, like giving him a little head up, like yo, I'm out here.
I'm out here, TT. I
I'm
see
out
you.
here. I see you. Uh, yeah, another highlight I think for me, right, would be the fact that in London I met some very special people from South Africa. I met this shorty from Yeovil, you know, whose sister I had a crush on. I'm not gonna say any names. Dude, it's
Ah,
just too
you
many
got
highlights.
you
It's
got you
just
got
too
you
many
got you
highlights.
gotta give
I
us
don't
a
know.
clue. You gotta give us a clue about Shorty though, and let us figure it out on our own.
Ah, I can't because I'm doing fine. I know heads out there they're gonna be like, nigga, that. uh, nah, dude. Let me say, there was a couple of man. There was so many good times that I remember. Like another highlight, dude. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm kind of old. Okay, and a lot of the
hey,
highlights
hey
I
man,
think
we're not neither of us are spring chickens. Don't get it twisted.
I'm just saying some of the highlights include fam that have passed away. You know what I mean?
Got you, got you, got you,
In
got you.
Soweto, in Soweto, the Crew Asylum Tribe. Remember them,
Oh, Asylum Tribe.
dude? One of the members passed away. And but I know the crew is still alive and kicking. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? All 25 of them.
like all 95 of them, more like it.
Dude, I was at the studio where they record recently, and the producer was like, "You don't understand, Snaz. You don't understand. They record one song over a space of weeks, where each member would come in three at a time every week." And I was like, "Damn, you know."
How
But
how
anyway,
deep are these dudes?
yo, they still putting ish out. A shout out to Asylum Tribe. You know what I mean? That's my people from Orlando, and I got. Damn, man. This is gonna be a long question. How many highlights I got? I got too
Nah,
many highlights. I
I
got
got
highlights like a
be-
blonde with purple streaks, man.
because Snaz, because of time, I've got two.
Yes.
I only got time for two more questions for you, my brother.
All
This
right.
time around. Second last question to you. What is the wackest gig you've ever done, bro? Like
Um.
where you totally dropped the ball and you still remember it, you know?
Uh, you know what? A lot of people be surprised, right? But I don't know. Through my experience as an artist, I've realized that the okay. Let me start off by saying there's a lot of things that I'm not proud of that I've done. You know what I mean? Uh, Dude, I remember as Cashless when we were touring, we would we would carry these, man. We would sneak drugs over the border and slang them out there, and then go on stage, and we did very dishonorable shit. But I gotta say, the worst thing is not losing battles. I think the worst thing, in my opinion, I've ever did was that stupid beef with Amo that I started with one verse, causing Wicked to punch me in the face on stage and the lights going out and causing a riot. And it was the wackest performance, but it was also an eye opener because I
Sure.
didn't realize how much power my words had. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
it
sir.
was it was the following week, I was still suffering from the after effects. There was all kind of repercussions and consequences that I didn't realize. You know what I mean? I had
Yes,
like
sir.
my manager at the time was like, well, great, Snaz. There goes Motherload 2. Well done, you stupid
Oh,
ass. You know what
snap.
I mean? And I
Oh,
was like,
snap.
ah, And me and Amu is cool now. We squashed all that. We realized we were just kids, you know. We all had our pride and whatever, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, yeah.
But I think one of the wackest things I've done was allowing my words to take my ego's power. I don't know how to put this. Allowing my ego to use my creative expression to vent. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
sure,
Because
sure, sure.
I wasn't. I don't think none of us are really in a good space mentally because of the background that we came from. And I say this regardless of if you're black or white or colored or Indian, or if you're a hip hop head or not. I think that as the youth of South Africa, we come from a very bloody legacy. I mean, if you
Mm,
think
mm.
back to Hector Peterson, right? I'm doing a track right now on Hector Peterson, and I cannot write it because I am still filled with rage and anger when I see these images. And I look, I'm a journalist by trade, and I do my research, and I'm going online, and I'm finding that Hector Peterson's sister Antoinette was not like really reimbursed. The family was not really compensated. You know what I mean, in terms of recognition of the sacrifices that that generation made. And
Right.
then I discovered that the number of kids that were killed is not even close to what the media says it was. You know what I mean? Yes,
Yeah.
Hector Peterson was the symbol, but there was more than 173 kids shot and killed. Thousands were injured. You know what I mean? Like there was between 10 to 20,000 children on the streets that day. And then I made some more research, and I found out that the movement that spread to Cape Town and Eastern Cape
Yes.
and Namibia and PE and other areas of Southern Africa that were all mobilizing because the kids in Soweto said enough. You know what I mean? And so I kind of like realized that. I'm sorry. What was your question again?
No, I was asking. I can see, I can see you
Sorry, I
got you
got
got
carried away.
right, Snaz.
Yeah.
You know, um, with everything that we've spoken about today, and all your experiences that you were able to share. I mean, there's plenty more that I know that are there, but I mean, we also work with time.
Yes.
I ask this. This is my motto for this year, and it comes in the form of a question. What are you grateful for through it all? What are you grateful for?
My kids, you know, I'm grateful to, I don't know, dude, like we spoke on the phone, I hope you don't mind me opening up a bit.
Nah.
I made a couple of mistakes, and I think I've been to 5 rehabs, man. And I did a lot of serenity prayers. And right now I'm like, staying away from alcohol and substances. And it's like, look, I'm gonna tell you like wifey told me. It's better when we're clean. If you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
She,
Yeah.
she was referring to sex, but it goes to life, you know what I mean? It's uh every experience, every morning you wake up is like a gift because you're able to appreciate it. If you're not able to appreciate it because you're intoxicated, or like I was in an AA meeting, and one of the members talked about if he hadn't been sober, he would have missed his kids' first steps. Imagine,
Wow.
you know what I mean? Like your
Wow.
infant learning to walk, and you're to out of it to realize, you know what I mean? So my thing to be grateful for the most is my sobriety, I guess, because I'm really happy to be here. And the other thing is that I'm just looking at your hat, my brother, and I've been listening to a lot of Chronics and Sizzler lately,
Yeah.
and and then you know how you do, you log into one of these performances, live performances, and you're like, hey, this reminds me of that song, and you click on something else. So I went into Buju's performance, like
Yes.
Buju's old performance, and what hit me the most, that a lot of these brothers who are in the industry are kind of like mentors for me. You know what I mean? I know people do look up to me, but I respect these artists. One, for their sobriety. Number two, there is like a philosophy behind reggae music that is based on wholesomeness. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
maybe
mm.
this is something else I'm grateful for. And it's maybe it's our job now as heads to show the other new guys into the game that there is life after alcohol. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
there's actually work to be done.
Yeah.
There is nation building to be done in a revolutionary sense.
Yes,
And
sir.
that the front line of that nation building starts with strong black men like us, and actually setting an example by leading lives that are worth looking up to.
I
I think I
appreciate
should stop there.
I appreciate that, man, and it's right on time. It's exactly 9 o'clock right now. Snaz, just listening to you and the reason I asked that very last question, you can tell me your entire journey, but if it doesn't mean anything to you and you're not grateful for any of it, that would mean that that journey, you almost disowning it. So the way you wear it and the way you continue to shine that light, brother, continue to do it, and we will continue to catch up at different periods of time. But this is how us at the Fifth Element give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Give you an
Thank you.
opportunity without any
Yeah.
pressure to just tell us your story. Big up to you, my brother, and thank you so much for spending time with us on the Fifth Element.
Can I just put out my project forthcoming
Yes, sir.
before we go?
Yeah.
Look out for Iron Fortress. You know what I mean? It's my man Demola, Confab, Albert Iron, and Remarkable with Snazz D. Look out for that.
Big up, man. Thank you so much. My brother, I'll be in touch with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.